The reason that the majority of Americans agree with the president is because they understand that that's his #1 priority, and it's his #1 duty, as it should be with any leader, to keep our people and our institutions safe from attack. And that these steps are frankly common sense steps that the president's taking to make sure that we're never looking in the rearview mirror saying we should have done something like this.
Majority of support for the ban. Where do they get that? Let's discuss with CNN contributor Salena Zito. She's also a reporter for the Washington Examiner and reporter and a columnist for the New York Post, and CNN political analyst and national political reporter for the New York Times, Mr. Alex Burns. Salena Zito, you are the self-appointed Trump people whisperer. Do you believe this notion
we appointed her that
that Sean Spicer says that a majority of the country agrees with the president about the immigrant ban?
I would agree that the majority of his supporters agree with the ban, and I did go out and drove around Pennsylvania and Ohio over the weekend, talked to a lot of people on the Amtrak train yesterday from Pittsburgh to Washington, and there were a lot of people that did not vote for him who like the idea of the sort of stoppage, the pause. They like the idea of a more rigorous vetting. They're not particularly thrilled with the way that he did it. Mm-hmm. Nonetheless, they they like the idea. They believe that we need to do a better job of vetting, and they didn't see it as a religious ban. I think the problem Trump got into with people calling it that and feeling it is that way is because of the rhetoric that he used during the campaign.
And Salena, one more question for you before we get to Alex. When you point out to those people, there's never been a refugee who's been involved in a terror attack here, what do they say to the facts?
Good question. They don't look at it as it's targeting any one person. They look at they understand that a refugee has never done that, or a current refugee. I think the guy from Ohio State was actually a refugee from Somalia. I'm not positive, but I think that he was. But they don't look at it that way. They look at it as a stopgap way to check everyone, whether they're refugee or Christian or Muslim, whatever their motivation is.
Jeffrey Lord joins